Okay, here we go. Testing, testing. Are you ready? Strap on your instrument and jump in the back of your parents' car because it's time for My Mum Was Our Roadie. Yes, the podcast about being in a teenage rock band. Let's try that. Amazing. My name is Alex Camp. I'm a musical comedian, which means that musicians and comedians don't respect me. So at least they finally agree on something. So I'm also a podcast host, voice actor, DJ, former serious musician, and you still haven't heard of me yet. What an incredible world we live in. This podcast is all about the experience of being in a teenage band. We'll speak to musicians, comedians, writers, actors, creatives, all those crazy hacks about their first experience plugging in a guitar, hitting a set of drums, or doing whatever it is that you do with a synth. And my aim, nay, my reason for being, is to paint a picture, smudge by smudge, of the toilet circuit, the village hall, cricket club, biker festival scene that we had here in the UK 20 years or more ago, and just find the equivalent all over the world and what people have done to grow their musical experiences before they got into their 20s and before they got out there and became pros. So, yeah, I want to remember long forgotten bands, tell untold stories, share things that should very much be kept to ourselves. I believe we'll never again see anything like the DIY music scenes of the past. So it's my responsibility to document it. Now, if you're absorbing this message thinking, whoa, Lord, that's me, or you just want to check out my comedy stylings, you can find me at Alex Camp on Instagram. The first A is an X, the second A is just an A. The first E is just an X, the second A is just an X as well. I've forgotten how to say it. It's really easy to remember. Or you can go to the soon-to-be active Instagram for this podcast. Probably My Mum Was Our Roadie pod or something like that. Anyway, all feedback, submissions, requests, and otherwise will be considered and quite possibly ignored. Now, when I was a teenager, I formed a band called Headroom in the rural South Oxfordshire village of Chinnor, not to be confused with the People's Republic of China. We played our first gig at a Chinese restaurant on Millennium Eve when we were 14 years old, and proceeded to play every dodgy pub, community centre, local hippie festival, pay-for-play rip-off merchant in the Greater London and Home Counties area. The name My Mum Was Our Roadie is inspired by the fact that my mum, Carol, and the drummer's mum, Michelle, used to drive us and our bandmates around in their cars, and for 1 week, a hired van. As well as selling our merchandise and helping us get gigs. We wouldn't have been able to do anything without them because we couldn't drive, and we would not bother selling any of our merch or getting anything done. That's not the story for everyone, but that was our story, and I think it was a funny name. So we're just going to show love to all the people involved in getting a bunch of young idiots into the music scene. The mums get their flowers, the teachers, the local guitar teachers, venue people, the organizers, promoters, all those people, good or bad, we're going to give them their flowers for sure. We got some great guests lined up. There will be guests. It's not just going to be me talking, doing a monologue every week. We will have comedian Josh Weller is going to be on, and Foals drummer Jack Bevan. Yeah, it's true, alongside many more. So I'm aware that I'm presenting this from my bedroom, right, with a built-in MacBook Air camera, a dodgy ring light that I think I bought from Quality Save, and an SM58. It's not ideal, but if you support the podcast, then all that will change. I'll get a proper studio. I'll get some good surroundings. The proper equipment will come. All you have to do is rate, review, subscribe, like, share, listen, tell your friends if it's good. And so you'll be looking out for episode 1 in order to do that. And that's it. That's it for episode 0 of My Mum Was Our Roadie. I'm not going to tell you any stories about our band. Okay, I'll tell you one. So one time our bass player decided that he was going to get weed for the first time when we were 14. We were still practicing, still getting ready for our first gig. And he bought some weed off a guy at the bus stop before school. And we went all the way up to the Chinner Hills, walked 50 minutes or so to go find somewhere far away where we could try this thing. And we got it out, we smoked it, and we realized later that it was basil. So that's just a little taster of what we used to do. And there's going to be many more where that came from. So tune in. It's not a radio. You don't have to tune in. Click on your device and find the podcast where good podcasts are distributed. Come that way. That's the way to come. And then we're going to get on with it and do some great interviews. And we're going to put together, piece by piece, get this picture of the scene going and create a rich tapestry with which to weave our story. And I'm really looking forward to doing this for you. So please do support it. And here you go. Yeah. Absolutely. We're doing it. Yes, we can. Change is coming. We're going to make it to the mountaintop. Oh, yeah. You got to believe it to achieve it. R. Kelly. That is very much enough of that. Thank you so much. See you soon for episode 1 of My Mum Was Our Roadie. Let's go.